Okay, diabolical salmon, also known as salmon with cilantro and garlic and green chili with lime. Very simple to make, very few ingredients. I got a serrano chili here. That's fairly hot. It's like a jalapeno. I think it's a little bit more potent. Bunch of garlic, about 6 or 7 cloves, one full lime that I'm going to juice and blend with the cilantro, which is a whole bunch, by the way, and a stalk and all. I'm going to put that in the blender. I'm going to blend that all up. That's going to be the marinade for the salmon for about half an hour, and then we're going to cook it. Okay, so here's the bottom, the stalks of the cilantro, which I've chopped up. And the top part I'm going to chop up pretty roughly, and then I'm going to put it in the blender along with the lime juice, chopped up roughly, the chili, and then the garlic as well. Okay, so the cilantro, lime juice, garlic, and chili are in the blender. I'm going to push them down. Obviously, do not use your fingers to do that. And I'm doing this because there's not a whole lot of liquid to blend this with, just one juice from one lime. So you're going to need to do this a few times before you get this to blend fully. And extreme case, you may want to add a tablespoon of water or something. But I like to not dilute my solution. I'm going to also add a bunch of salt, so about like a full teaspoon of salt before I blend this. All right, let's see how successful I am in my first try. Not very successful. I'm going to have to keep pushing this down and keep blending it a few times before I get this to blend into a nice liquid. Okay, looks like it's all blended well. Now, you got to do the sniff test. And by that, I mean when you open this, you want to smell it. And if it doesn't overpower you, then it's not ready. In other words, it probably needs a little more chili or garlic. You just have to use your nose to determine that. Yes, that's ready. It's overpowering with the aroma of the hot chili pepper and garlic. Excellent. Okay, there's the marinade, and looks like the blender did a nice job getting everything pulverized pretty good. There's a couple of small chunks of garlic, but that's perfectly fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread a bunch of this under the salmon too, so that it gets flavored on both sides. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to put 20 minutes on the timer as I put this in the fridge. And then once the timer goes off, I'm going to turn the oven to 450, put 10 more minutes on the timer, and when the timer beeps, the salmon goes in the oven. Okay, the marinade is now spread over the salmon, and if I may say so myself, it looks like a masterpiece. Even the size of the salmon is coated, and that's obviously very intentional. I want the flavors to penetrate the salmon for the next 30 minutes before this goes in the oven. So reminder, I'm going to put 20 minutes on the timer so that I can turn the oven on, so that when the salmon's ready in 30 minutes, the oven will be hot as well. Okay, salmon's been transferred to a baking dish. Oven is already at 450, and salmon has marinated for a good 30-32 minutes. It's ready to go into the oven. I'm going to put it in the top rack so that after 8 or so minutes, I can broil right under high heat for about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, the 8-minute timer is about to go off, and I'm going to cancel the bake, put it on broil high, and put 4 minutes on the timer. And the salmon should be done. I may do it an extra minute, maybe 5 minutes. But for now, let's try with 4. All right, after 5 minutes under the broiler, the salmon is out. I'm going to leave it in the hot pan for a couple more minutes before I cut into it. Okay, after letting the salmon sit for about 3 minutes, I just cut into it, and you can see it's a little translucent. That's exactly how you want it. And that's my piece that I'm going to devour with some steamed rice. And as you can see, I'm going for bold today. I got some sliced serrano and some red onion to go with my meal, raw red onion to go with my meal. All right, about to try it. I know it doesn't look like it, but this is a really happy face from just having had diabolical salmon. All right, so Matt, you got to make this one too. And again, it's rather easy in terms of ingredients and process. All right, so I hope you enjoy it. There you go.